Hi there, welcome back. Well, a little bit of a fun one for you today, as a little bit early for Easter perhaps, but we thought these were rather lovely little moulds and thought, why not, let's give them a go. Never used them before. Wayne's doing the demo in today's video. Now he's already made up some resin, just regular epoxy resin, and he's taken the first mould, filled it up. We've used T-Expert resin, 1:1 mixing ratio, and he's filled up the mould, about 3/4 full. Just topping it up a tiny little bit there, crystal clear resin, because he's put it through the, I'm going to call it the debubbler machine. Now he's adding in some alcohol inks. Of course, you can use the colours of your choice. He opted to go for red. Now, there's a few little drops here, so it's just really seeing how these alcohol inks behaved in the T-Expert resin that he's using. So they've spread out a bit, which is you expected to see that. Now he's going a beautiful deep egg yolk yellowy colour. Few drops of that as well. These, I have to say, these moulds are really cute. But I didn't know what they looked like when they finished. He did this, I wasn't aware of him doing this one at all until after he'd done them, finished them, demoulded and showed me them. Also going in there with a little bit of the white. The white looks like it's just sinking down to the bottom. So we'll see if this creates a problem. And then now he's going in with a micro brush and just giving it a bit of a swirl. Of course, it's up to you if you decide to do this or not. So these are quite a fun little gift for somebody. Also a great project if you've got some leftover resin. Wouldn't these be lovely as a little Easter gift? I know Easter's not till April, but it'd be fun, wouldn't it? So there we are. He's given them a good swirl and now he's just topping up the mould right to the very top with some more of this clear resin. I think what he was hoping to do here was just disperse the colour a bit, and then he's going in again with the micro brush, giving it another little swirl round. There we go. Careful not to tip the mould over, although they are pretty sturdy. They've got a good supporting frame to them for whilst your resin's curing. So look at that one now. It's all sort of mixed in a bit. Resin, I mean, it will keep moving. Resin keeps moving until it's completely cured. Here's the other mould, slightly different. Again, it's a bunny. It's a bunny, but slightly different. Again, 3/4, almost 3/4 full, and he's going in with some beautiful blue. Now, everything where possible will have links in the description for all the products that we've used in today's video. Ooh, pink. So assuming this will go maybe purple, perhaps red and blue making purple, but I don't know whether or not this will then turn purple. Oh, goodness knows. Oh, look at the effect that's had, the way that's mixed in together. And then again in with some white. Looks like it's just sunk to the bottom. I don't know if that was the effect he was going for, but we'll see. And there we go, filling it up to the top now with the clear resin. It amazes me, and it's fun to watch how resin reacts, how the alcohol inks react when you put more clear onto them, how it pushes the colours out. And then how they mix in. Of course, he's doing what he did before with the other mould, going in with a stir stick. Well, not a stir stick, sorry. Micro brush even. just to do a few bit of swirls and swizzles and see if he can get try and persuade it to do what he wants it to do. But we'll see what the overall result's like when he comes to do demould. So yes, this is just, you've got 3 projects here, not just 2, 3. For things you could use leftover resin for, or if you just got some fun moulds like we had and we wanted to try using them. So this is a treasure chest. Now, again, what he's doing here is using the clear resin that he had, and this part of the mould, I believe, makes up the hinges that keep the lid of the chest attached to the box, the bottom of the chest. So a treasure chest. So this could hide, or could, well, not hide so much. Well, could hide your special little somethings that you've got. So in other words, what I'm saying there is it could be a little jewellery box, perhaps a jewellery box for a child, make a nice present. You could buy them, their earrings or a necklace and pop it in there, or maybe put some little sweeties in there and give it as a gift. Lovely, lovely ideas that you could have using this. You could even have it a more grown up should we say, aesthetic, have it decorated in more grown-up adult colours and themes, and have it next to your bed to pop your earrings in at night, or maybe rings and things like that. So Wayne's got some clear resin, again, same brand, and he's added in some brown alcohol ink. Now, he did say that he probably should have added some more, not necessarily the brown, but maybe of a darker colour, maybe a little bit of black to make this more opaque. But it's, you know, it does the trick. In the end, you'll see what I mean. And this is the lid of the treasure chest that he's filled up. The lid comes in two parts. It's got an end part to it as well, which you'll see shortly. So he's just taking his time there, filling it up. Obviously, lots of this video are clips, because there were lots and lots of clips, over 2 hours of footage. So some of it we have had cut, and some of it we have had to speed up a bit, which is what we've done here. This is the base of the treasure chest, and then there is the end, the other part of it, just being filled up there. And yeah, he did go around each piece of the mould with the microbrush, just making sure that there were no little bubbles trapped, and then spritzed them all with some isopropyl alcohol, and we left them to cure overnight. In fact, I think it was 24 hours, because over here in the UK currently it's quite cold, so everything is taking a lot longer to cure. There we are. If you've joined us today, hello. Hope you're enjoying the video so far. We've just finished a pink and white collection. There are 3 videos in that series. If you haven't seen those, why not have a look at our playlist and have a watch of those videos. Lots and lots to choose from to have a watch for. Right, here we go. So it's just showing you what he's going to use in his next step. We've got some metallic paints. These metallic paints are fantastic. They featured in a few of our previous videos. Again, check out the playlist to see which ones those are. And he's going to use them to just put a few little finishing touches to these pieces. Now, this is 24 hours later, demoulding the bunny that had the blue and the pink put in it, and the white. And he's already noticed that some of the white has just dropped completely through down to the bottom of the mould there, or what will be the top, and hasn't amalgamated very well with the resin. So all he does then is he's just taken, I think it was just literally like a wet wipe, and wiped it off, cleaned it off the surface, because it was literally on the very surface of the piece of the project, of the bunny, and then just wiped it completely clean using a piece of kitchen towel. And here's the second one with the demould. So this was the first one he did, which was red, and I'm trying to remember the other colour, yellow and white. So again, these moulds are slightly different to one another. Oh, look at that one. Oh, it's so cute. So yeah, I'm definitely getting Easter Bunny vibes here. Anybody else getting those vibes? That white drop of alcohol ink, oh my God, right on the nose, and then on the belly button. So sweet. So as you can see here, different poses, slightly different sizes would make ideal handbag charms, key rings, keychains, key rings, or just little gifts. Beautiful. I love these. So Wayne is now using a selection of the colours of metallic paints, and he's just bringing out some of the detail in these little bunnies that you wouldn't necessarily have seen in the mould. I certainly wasn't aware of the fact they had like little stripes on them. There we are. He's also going to use this rather vibrant colour, and that one too. So we've got quite a nice orange, and then more of a darker russet red sort of colour, which tie in quite nice. Oh, look at that. Tie in quite nicely. So he's using some quite fine brushes here, fine tipped brushes. And again, just emphasising some of the detail. Now, we don't show you all of this process with the other bunny. They're really, I mean, it's just a repetition. He just uses some different colours. But look at that rich, well, it's metallic russet red, I think I'd call that. There we go. Look at that. What colour combinations would you use? Or would you go for a completely opaque one colour resin? Or would you go for completely clear resin? Or what about ones with some ultra fine glitter? Or if you've got an Aurora Borealis tint that you could add in, that would also look stunning. Wouldn't these make lovely presents for a newborn baby? Obviously not for the baby to play with, but for decorating the nursery or baby shower gifts. Lovely. Isn't it nice? I always think it's nice when you get something that's handmade. So there we are. He's finished with that deeper russet red colour. He's now going in with, I think that's metallic black or like a dark pewter grey, outlining the nose and the eyes. And when he's done that, it's just sort of brought the piece to life. Absolutely stunning. Really, really cute. Love this. Really, really sweet. Definitely, yeah, he's definitely going to have to make some more of these different colours, I think. Definitely. So just putting in some little detail of the whiskers, just slightly there. That's all you need, not a lot. A little bit more detail there and there on the ears. Actually, he did say he found this really relaxing doing this. Oh, and look at that. He's so cute. Wow. And does actually sit up very nicely all on its own. So this is the sapphire blue and pink one. He's outlined the same similar sort of details to the first one with some of the metallic blue paint. It's acrylic paint. And yeah, he's done the eyes. He's just doing the whiskers in there. It just brings them to life a bit. Obviously, you don't have to do this if you don't want to. You can leave it completely plain. But I just really do think it just finishes them off lovely. How sweet. Really, really gorgeous, that one too. And as I said, great handbag charms or bag charms and keyring chains or keychains or just little gifts, Really sweet. So, this is the treasure chest mould. And again, this is the whole 24 hours later. And he's just going to demould the pieces. So this is the end part of the lid. There we go. It's a nice shade of brown, but it is quite see-through. And as he said, it wasn't the effect he wanted. This is also the other part of the lid. With hindsight, I suppose it's one of those things that you think, well, okay, if I make this again in this particular style or go for this style, then what I will do is use much more of an opaque pigment, perhaps, rather than an alcohol ink. But that end part fits together really nicely. Case did say it came out of the mould really nicely. Look at that. See the real treasure chest sort of aesthetic there. And these parts here, these clear parts, which again you could have done in, the brown, make up the hinges. Now, Wayne did say, they were a real fiddle to try and get to work in place. There was some super glue involved, or glue that is super involved. Couldn't use UV resin. The glue just didn't want to stick to it, and it was a bit of a nightmare. But that was only with the, or should we just say, patience is a virtue. Anyway, so what he's doing here, he's just gluing the end part of the lid on, and he's using some activator glue, or some glue that is super you can use. There we go. Make sure, obviously, you don't get on your fingers. You don't stick your fingers to your project or to anything else. There we go. Look at that. So that's the lid and the base. And now it was a case of fathoming out how these hinges work. Now, he did tell me he had a look back on the website where we purchased the moulds from and worked out from there with a bit of jiggery pokery. That's quite sort of pirate-like with treasure chests. Managed to fathom out how it went together. So it was a little bit fiddly. But basically you stick one piece to the base and one piece then to the top. But you have to make sure that the little peg that fixes the two pieces together is fitted together before you glue them in place, and then don't glue them rigid, otherwise, you know, you'll have a hinge that doesn't work. But he said, you know, that was the only thing that was quite fiddly. So yes, patience is a virtue, shall we say. What's the saying? Patience is a virtue, possess it if you can. And this really did test his patience, that one. Now he's got some more of this lovely acrylic metallic paints in like an old gold and a gunmetal grey. And he's trying to make this look more like a pirate's treasure chest. Cool, try and say that. So he's gone with the gold first. Again, a very fine brush and just painting in some of the detail. You know, these clips have been sped up, as I said, because he spent his time, took his time doing this. He did say he found it very therapeutic. He loves doing fine detail work. If you like, or if you have ever painted models before, you know, like the little miniature models and things that you can get for certain games, should we just say, that you can get and then paint yourself, create armour and what have you for them. This harped back to that for him. It just gave him memories of that. But yeah, so lots of fun he said he had doing this, and it really does just bring the piece to life. Now, you don't have to use paint. If you are, you know, patient and you're really good with gilding flakes or foil sheets, then why not use those? But obviously, if you're going to do that, use the gilding glue. Make sure you leave it for about, you know, 15-20 minutes, let it go tacky, and then put the flake foil on, the foil flakes, the flakes or the sheets, whatever you're using, brush it on, and then brush off the excess. And you'll get a similar sort of effect. But Wayne felt more comfortable using these rather lovely metallic paints. So that does look really rather lovely what he's managed to achieve there with the gold. It's given it a sort of patina effect as well, like an old gold treasury chest, sort of bit battered, bit worn in places perhaps. Been on the high seas, as it were. Well, I'm letting my imagination run away with me here. Obviously you don't have to do this. You could do the whole thing in metallic silver powder. You know, the metallic powders rather than paints. You know, brush it all in the inside of the mould. Pour in some silver pigmented resin. Let it cure, and you're going to have a pure silver treasure chest box. That would look lovely. You could then decorate that with lots of little tiny shells and gems. You could do that. I mean, so that would be more sort of mermaid themed, I would say. But yeah, lots and lots of things really that you could do with this. I mean, I'm thinking navy blue and bright red. Maybe certain superhero themed colours perhaps there. And vivid green and black. That would look really, really rather good. And then you could put your favourite little things in it, keepsakes. Really aimed at sort of children there, I suppose. But you can make a nice little present for them. But yeah. So there you go. You can see Wayne has fitted the hinges at the back on the base. And he's decided to line the inside of it. Now, wow. Patience definitely here. He's made a template for the sides and the back and the base, and also inside the lid. Cut it out. This was some self-adhesive felt that we had, and it's just got sticky on the back, and you just peel off the backing, and then you make sure that you stick it in place. Try and get it right first time. It's not ever so forgiving. But there we go. So he managed to do that, presses it in to stick it down, and it gives quite a nice effect, that, with the red. It also has the ability to make something that looks quite see-through, not quite so see-through. But look at that. Great to see that felt actually going in and working really rather well. As I said, everything where possible we will provide links for all the materials that we've used in this video today. Not sponsored by anybody at all, just literally purchased for them for ourselves to use. There we are in our projects. Look at that. I can't get over the fact that he managed to make these templates. But anyway, of course, why should I doubt? Why should I doubt him? This is Wayne after all. There we go. The final bit going in now. There we are, just making sure, lining it up, pressing it down. And look at that. Really, really good. Sorry, I'm going a bit quiet here, although some of you might be relieved. I'm just watching them do this process. Look at that. So he's secured it together. He has secured the hinges at the back. He's got a couple of elastic bands holding it together. This is the hardware that comes with the mould, which I thought was rather good. And he's having to drill some little holes to then screw in the miniature screws. I mean, I'm amazed. Miniature screws in place so that he can then fix the latch. Now, the latch does look rather oversized, but that's just my opinion. It's what comes with the mould itself. And he's just carefully screwing it into place. So the drill, with the little fine tip, was used for the pilot hole for it. And then he goes in with the screw that came with it, just to screw it into the hinge to hold it in place. There we go. And then he's just sorting out the bottom part as well. So this is like where the little hook goes to hold the top down. But that looks good. Look at the effect that felt it had. It's obviously no longer see-through because it's got the felt on the inside. Gives it like a mahogany, warm mahogany wood effect. There we go. Look at that. He's just lining up that part there, the catch where it hooks in to keep the lid closed. So much detail. It's amazing how the paint just draws it out as well. Look at that. Fantastic. He said he really did get lost in the whole and completely absorbed in the whole process of making this. Felt like he'd really, really accomplished something. Not that he doesn't feel accomplished in other projects that he's done, but this one was just something a bit different. I suppose it was harping back to the older painting of miniature models days and things, and just showing you how it works there. Now, this is our final couple of video clips here. Look, we go. The beauty shots, as it were. And what are they guarding? Our two little guard bunnies there. Oh, it would appear we've got some little chocolate eggs there. Obviously, you can put your favourite brand in. We just happen to have these to hand. I wonder if they're still around. But yeah, nice. As you can see, a nice little present for Easter. Maybe the bunnies are guarding their Easter eggs. And hope you've enjoyed the video. We will see you again very, very soon. And our website is going live on the 16th of Feb. So why not check that out? Take a look. And we'll see you again soon for another video. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.